What's up, my little internet gremlins? Grandpa Roy here on a lazy Sunday, getting ready to do some New York Times games, crossword puzzle, Sudoku. But we start off with the Wordle. Let's get into it right away. All right, as always, wearing the badge. Don't care. As always, we start off with slates. See where that gets us. One letter. All right, so we continue with proud. Try to fit something else in, maybe 2 letters. So now here's where they can get tricky. There is a U and an E, but there is a word that has 2 each of the U and the E. So that's something worth checking if maybe they like to throw that in for today. And that would just be Q. So not exactly that, but we did get a second U. So the other word I can think of that would readily fit that scheme would be fugue, which it is. There we go, kids. All right. Pretty average Wordle solve for today, but I'll take it. Let's continue. Connections. See what these things have in common. See if we can figure out what they have in common. Noodle, mirror, cronut, muse, compact, cranium, reflect, tweezers, puffin stuff. Oh, that's an interesting one. Like HR puffin stuff? It's old school. Dense, brush, tight, deliberate, lunar, thick, nail file. So right off the bat, what I notice is a few things that are like toiletries you find in the bathroom or a travel bag or something like that. So we've got tweezers, nail file, brush and compact, maybe. Mirror, maybe. We'll see. One away. So do we replace... Replace compact with mirror, maybe? Yeah, personal grooming items. Okay. So compact, then maybe referring to size. Cranium, reflect, noodle. Cranium and noodle. Do we have anything else for like head? No. Reflect. Cronut. That's another interesting one. These are like portmanteau words. Does that go with puffin stuff? That seems tenuous. Muse, thick. Thick and dense. Deliberate or deliberate. Yeah, deliberate, reflect, muse. So what would finish off the, like, thinking about things? Noodle, maybe? Cranium? I think one of those, maybe. All right, ponder. There we go. Lunar. Oh. Compact, tight, dense kind of seem, and thick maybe? Yeah. Not sure exactly. Packed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then, yeah, what holds cronut and puffin stuff do go together, along with lunar and cranium. So, not portmanteaus, but what, again, we get to the last one, and I'm not sure what is the glue that holds these things together, so let's find out. Starting with bird homophones. You got me on that one. Never would have gotten that. So good thing we can get the other 3. All right, kids, we're doing pretty well so far. Let's continue. Continue with the pips. Hard mode. Oh, we got a nice 2 arrangement here. Oh, and right off the bat, we've got 4 cells that add up to 0. So those all have to be zeros. And luckily, we have only 4 zeros. So that's a great starting point for this lazy Sunday. What kind of arrangement could they be in now? Well, the double 0 is going to have to be in one of these like that. We don't know which one yet. What else is there with a 0? 2 and a 5. So the other interesting thing is we have 2 blocks of 4 that have to have 4 of the same thing. 0 is already used. We have 4 1s. We have 4 2s. We have only 3 3s. Only 2 4s. 2 3 5s. And 4 6s. Okay, so 1, 2, and 6 are the possibilities for those 2 blocks. Do any of those go with a 0? They do. Only one of them, and that's a 2. So that gives us our first placement here, this 0, 2. Oh. That's... Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily go there because that could be where the double 0 goes. But we're going to try it out, I think, and put the double 0 just above that because we don't have another 0, 2 to go in there. But then what that means is that with this 2 here, we're going to need either another 2, a 1, or a 0. And actually not a 2 or a 0 because the other 3 2s are all going to have to be in the orange here. So that's going to have to be a pair of 1s in the teal up here. So that's going to be a 2 1. And the other thing that would do is rule the 1s out of this other 4 box. So those would be 6s then. So we'll see if that works out. Then the remaining 2s, since these are open, it doesn't matter which order the 2s go down there. Although, yeah, this one here could be hanging down into the lower box, and actually it is because this 6 is going to have to go down there. So that's going to go like that. The other 2 then is going to go up here. Okay, so then the double 6 only can go here now. And then the remaining 6 is going to have to go like this. So that kind of hems in the bottom row here. On the left, we need a less than 3 coupled with a less than 4. So less than 3, less than 4. It can only be 1 and 3, it looks like, out of what we've got left. Here we need a greater than 4, so that's going to be one of these 5s. Let's see what we have up top. We need the last 0, so that's going to take that 5 away. So the other 5 has to be in the greater than 4. And then we need a 1 to go with this other 1 to make 2. And then what I see up on this last box is these 2 have to be the same. The only way to accomplish that is with the 2 4s that we have left here. So that's going to go that way. And the remaining 4 is going to go right there. Good job, kids. We did it. Let's move on to Strands and find some words here. How enchanting. So, a few different things that could reference. Let's get started with just some random words here. Sure. Pure. Teen gives us, okay, what is this going to be? Entrance. Okay. Goes with enchanting, entrancing, or entrance in this case. Still can't really see anything else. So let's pick up whatever words we can here. Dill, bill, and rill gives us, captivate. Okay. So pretty much just synonyms of enchanting, entrancing, captivating. So that right away points me up in the corner here. I see the makings of hypnotize. Okay. And that gives us this little path here. Something sure, dim sure. Not sure exactly how that's going to be the spangram, I'm sure. Oh, grandpa, what are you doing here? What else do we have here? Charm. So that's the spangram, takes us all the way around the edge here. The phrase charmed, I'm sure. All right, and then only one, big words today, so only 5 of them. What's the last one going to be? No, not splendid. Spellbind. There we go. All right. Getting it done, kids. Let's move on. Did connections. Okay, down to Sudoku. Oh, apparently the hard Sudoku that I did last night was today's. They changed that over early because I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock last night I did this, and they counted it as today's. And disappointing. I guess let's take a look at the medium and see what that's like. We don't usually do that, but what are you going to do? Let's take a look at the medium right off the bat. You see they've a lot more filled in. So let's start with our ones. Don't really see anything with those. How about the twos? Okay, 2, we've got a few possibilities, but nothing definite. How about the 3s? Oh, and right off the bat, you see that 3 rules all those out. So right over here on the left, we're going to have a 3. I think that's the only one. How about 4s? Nothing there. 5s. Bottom row, and really this bottom row here is going to rule whatever these 3 are from the rest of that row. So that will help a little bit when we get to it. How about 6s? 6s, there's a lot. We've got 4 of them looking into the bottom left box, placing that right down in the corner here. And then, and across the top, the middle row, row 2, there's only one spot left for the 6 over in this upper right box right there. And then the last 2 6s we can't place yet. So how about 7s? Okay, so the bottom 2 rows of 7s are taken in this lower left box. 7 can't go here because of that 7. So 7 is going to be right there. How about 8s? Nothing there. And Nothing really with 9s. So let's check out our candidates. And we've got a few single-only candidates that we can fill in right away. See if that opens anything up for us. Yep, we can follow this around a little bit. Looks like that's it though. But like I said, across this row 6 here, in the bottom of this left middle box, 2 and 8 are taken. So that rules them out of the rest of this row here. So we can switch to candidate and take all the 2s and 8s out of the rest of this row. Not a whole lot, but what it does do is now in this middle box, gives us a 1-7 pair. So that rules 1 and 7 out of the rest of that column. So no 1 there, no 1 and 7 there, and also out of the rest of this middle box. So no 1 and 7 there, no 1 there. So that gives us a couple cells that we can fill in. Now that's 6, that's a 4, and that brings us up here to a 3. And that's all we can fill in from that. But now what that's done is here in row 4, we've got a 5-8 pair and a 5-2-8 or 2-5-8 triple. But the 5-8 pair makes this one not 5 or 8, so that can only be a 2. And that rules 5 and 8 out of these last 2 cells as well. So no 5, no 5 and 8, which makes that one a 3. And then does that open up anything else for us? No, but what I can see is across the bottom here, there's a 1-9 pair right there. So that rules 1 and 9 out of those 2 cells, making that one a 4 and that a 3. And then the bottom middle here, that gives us the 3 here. And the last 3 is going to be up here. Okay, so trucking along. You see we've got a 4-7 pair now here in the upper left. But the 4s and 7s have already been ruled out of the rest of those cells, so that doesn't do much for us. So what else? We have a 1-9 in this column. So up here, the 9s are already gone, but we can get rid of the 1s. So now in this upper middle box, the only place for a 1 is that cell right there. So that gives us a couple other things. Oh yeah, that gives us a lot actually. And it might be the end of the puzzle. Yeah, it's looking like that's going to be about it for this one. All right, there's your medium, not too bad as expected. Next time we'll be back to the hard difficulty Sudokus. And what's left here? Well, don't usually do tiles, letterbox, or spelling bee. Yeah, so let's get to the big kahuna here, the Sunday New York Times crossword. And what do you think about this, kids? Yesterday I did the auto check. Today we're gonna try without the auto check. All right, so let's see how this treats us. You know, if it gets real bad, we may turn it on, but for now, we'll try it. We'll try to tough our way through it. So let's see what we can do. Prepares for baking as flour sifts, possibly. Give that a try. Joan of Arc, martyr, because saint is too short. Aruba or Jamaica, Isle, possibly. Pinochle action, not sure. Popular Japanese beer, I'm not positive about that one. Sort of, no. Exam for future OBGYN. So an exam for any future doctor will be the MCAT. We'll see if that works. At www.asu is at Arizona State University, so that would be a .edu. Iconic line from Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. You looking at me? Is that gonna fit? No. Oh, and let's see. It's a Sunday, so what we have swing states. Because what happens on Sunday is they have a theme, and that affects the way some of the clues are interpreted or entered. So it probably is you looking at me in some variety, but exactly as is, it doesn't quite fit. So we'll leave that for now. Have a little snack, not sure. End of Ramadan feast, not sure. No other option for me, not sure. Early chat app with a buddy list in brief, that's gotta be AOL Instant Messenger or AIM. Challenges, what distinguishes bet from vet? Hebrew I'm not familiar with, sorry. Reminder to oneself. Not sure. MLB shortstop Miguel, not sure. Sports fans are yelling at me right now. Don't see this movie. Rating. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be. I've had it. Seasoned rice dish pilaf. Possibly. We'll see if that holds up. Prefix meaning all, omni. Call it a night. Head in. Maybe. We'll see again if that holds up. We're not used to not having the auto check on, so we'll see if we got to replace any of these later on. Something a majorette twirls baton, part of STEM. So science, technology, engineering, and math for short. Could be tech, could be math, could be NG. Yeah, I'm not sure which one of those would be for that one yet. Incompatibility. Animation sheet is a cell. Form a clump. Certain expectant parent. Not sure. AP math subject, probably calc. Because it's not stats, it's one too many. Intuitive sense. Woulda, shoulda, between those is going to be coulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Very light. Sam of Jurassic Park, Sam Neill. Was gone in a flash. GI Entertainment Group, USO. I'm pretty sure. ... You get the picture. Sure. Elevated seabed. Moisturizing product. Mean feline. Lolcat. Emergency alerts. Dilly Dally, Jim Biles, Simone. The original Hamilton cast, sorry, theater people, I'm not familiar. Travelers check and brief, and that's anytime you see a question mark like that, it's a pun, some kind of pun or something like that. So travelers check in this case is not just going to be like the form of payment, like a traveler's check. It's going to be like something that at the TSA, checking a traveler. So something to do with the TSA, I'm sure, but I'm not sure what for that one. Wrapped garment, sorry, maybe. Seems to fit, but we'll see if that bears out. Wear just for a moment, say. Try on. Possibly. Again, we'll see if it holds up. Put your wallet away. So, 6 letters. It's not, it's on me. I got it, maybe, something like that. But there's a few different things it could be, so we're not sure yet. Tournament advantages. Seed, rank, handicap. Not sure. Show host MC. That's a popular crossword answer. 5 letters. Any activities on them need to be wound up. Timepieces, maybe something, I'm not sure. Best of collections. Sure. Circus prop. Crate and barrel product. Home shopping. So HSN. What's the other big one? I'm not sure. We'll fill in HSN for now. We'll see. 90s ABC sitcom about kids growing up without their parents. Party of 5 doesn't fit anyway. That was on Fox, I think. ABC sitcom. Kids growing up. I'm sure I watched it, but I can't. It's not popping in my head right off the bat. We'll come back to that. Rhyming friend. Something pal, so probably gal pal. Leave with no doubt. Not sure. Homer Simpson. Abe, I think. Repetitive way of learning by rote. Telegraph pioneer, or a description of 4 Oh, so that tells us right off the bat there are 4 special squares in this puzzle, and that's probably going to be that 23 across. You looking at me, there's going to be a rebus where there's like multiple letters in one square probably. But I'm not, that doesn't quite tell me yet how it works. Do a restaurant job. Bus, probably. The N and ENT, ear, nose, and throat. So nose. Like someone who experiences little to no amorous and sexual attraction for short. Not sure. Wine specialty of the Burgundy region. Not sure. Again, wine snobs, yell at me now. Sorry. Sponsored spots ads. Hide. Rancho Cucamonga. Thank you. Next Friday. Features of some wine glasses. Stems, maybe. Put that in tentatively. I'm not that familiar with wine glasses, but I know maybe all of them have stems, and that's not just a feature of some. Okay, down. Tie the knot. 6 letters starting with S, I'm not sure. Figure with equal angles. 6 letters starting with I. Not sure. Chance for supporters to induct athletes into the All-Star game. Not sure. You can say that again. River deposits silt, I think. 1002 in Old Rome. Well, clearly M is 1000 and 2 is just II. Peace Nobilis Kofi Annan. I think it's just ANN. Kiwi or ostrich. I'm not sure. Like the teams of Starsky and Hutch and Cheech and Chong, 2-man teams. West African crop. Yam? Maybe. Not sure. We'll see if it fits. Bread for corned beef sandwich is rye. Treat me like an adult mom. I'm something anymore. I'm not a kid anymore. But again, that's not going to fit exactly. So one of these, let's see, it's either 32 or 41 across is going to contain one of those rebus, and it looks like it's probably going to be 41. So yeah, that's not. This is going to be AK, maybe, to make it fit. And then, so I'm not a kid anymore. Again, we'll come back to that and see how it holds up if I need to change anything. Servings at teas and scones hold up well. Last. Way to get online. Ethernet. And yeah, 25 across, have a little snack is nosh. V8 components. Now, is this a V8 the tomato juice drink or a V8 engine? Not sure. Au contraire. Not sure. Disappointing firework is a dud. The blank Smith show, Apple TV. Oh, I know a lot of Apple TV shows, but I don't think I've heard of that one. We'll come back to it. After dinner, brandy cognac. Residue on Santa's suit. That's going to be soot, probably, which means 48 across, I think, is not correct. Yeah, and 29 across challenges is going to be contests. So, soot, we got to change. The E is correct, but the rest of these, we don't know. So, we'll take those out of there for now. And continue with the downs. Muse of lyric poetry, errato, I think. Bathroom to Mary Poppins British, so that's a Lou. 35. Like a foot that's fallen asleep is numb. Pistachio eaters discard would be the shell. Pristine. Not sure what fits in there just yet. Cookie container, cookie tin. Spam a lot, co-creator. What fits? Yeah, I'm not sure what fits in there. But 41 across, I've had it enough. So, yeah, 41 across is going to be enough's enough. So this cell with the AK should just be an H. So it could be a thing where the letters going across and down are two different things, and that's part of the rebus. So like going across, it's just an H, but going down, it's AK. But I do know that 41 across is enough's enough. So we'll change that to H. Oh no, rebus. H/AK. Enough's enough. Okay, so now where were we? Did num, pristine, Spamalot. Oh, here. Oh, Eric, I had all that. Okay. So that helped. Scarce. Not sure. Emails discreetly, BCCs. Bunches and bunches, probably a lot. Sightseeing excursion is a tour. Whisper affectionately, coo, possibly. Howard and Spellman for 2. Historically black colleges and universities, I think is how that goes. Okay, 53 across, incompatibility would be bad fit. So then 54 down, pet biting, pests would be flea. Wager. Long word for wager, not sure. Reduces as anxiety. Eases. Possibly, we'll see. Handcrafted items in a fishing tackle box. Fly lures. La-di-da. Nocturnal primates of the Indian forest. Well, very light, 63 across would be low-cal. So L, and then 75 across, moisturizing product would be serum. So Lori's, okay. Language in which 1, 2, 3 is Nyung Song San. Lao. Frozen Queen Elsa. Achy Breaky Heart Achy. Paul Dano. Bunches and bunches a ton. We already know that was Ooh, and yeah, Uma Thurman. New Balance competitor. There's a few different 5-letter shoe brands, I think. Eye on a Spud. Potato Bud? Probably. But strong leadership may be perceived as, I'm not sure. Former QB Manning, it's too long for Eli, so Peyton. Rain Clouds, Nimbai. All sales final. No returns. And yeah, which one of these is the rebus? It's one of those. Actually, it's this one right here. So returns is going to be like that. So this is going to be RE with whatever goes across. A phobia is a fear. State that spans 2 time zones. TE gives us It's either Tennessee or Texas. I'm not sure which. City that's home to the Munch Museum. Oslo, maybe, I don't know. Beauty Spot is a spa. Funny O'Brien is Conan. Athol Fugard novel adapted as an Academy Award-winning film. I'm not sure. Goads into action, eggs on. Airport near Puget Sound. Not sure. Like onagers and zebras. Sure. Where you might put on a show. Air freshener. Not sure. Yuck. Blech. Corner chess piece is a rook. As an evening meal sups. Grumpy mood. Snit. Not sure. Luck paste card games, War, Life of a Showgirl for Taylor Swift. Is it a tour or an album? I'm not sure. Rock's REO Speedwagon. Okay, so now let's see what we can fill in crosses. Sort of in a way. Iconic, yeah, so you can see from what's already filled in, it looks like you talking to me, but where the K can go there, this is a T, so it's going to be one of these first three. Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure which one it would be yet, so we'll leave that for now. No other option for me, I gotta. Challenges are contests. Reminder to one's a mental note. Okay. MLB shortstop Miguel, still not sure. Sorry, sports fans. Don't see this movie rating. Still not sure. Call it a night, retire. Okay, now this is obviously tech at this point. Form a clump. Clod? Or, no, clot. Yeah. Certain expectant parent. Mom to be mom. Okay, so that's the this one right in the middle here is M across, or MT across, and something else down. Intuitive sense, feel. Very light is locale, as we already said. Was gone in a flush, or in a flash. Streaked. Yeah, I'm not sure. Elevated seabed. Emergency alerts. Don't dilly-dally ASAP. Traveler's check. Still TSA something, not sure though. Put your wallet away. Yeah, so it looks... yeah, I'm still not sure the exact phrase that goes with that one. Tournament advantage buys. Any activities on them need to be wound up. So something tapes, obviously. Cassette tapes? Yeah, I think so. So then this middle one here is going to be RE or E. E. RE. Still not sure how that contributes to that other clue we'll be coming to soon. Best of collections. Oh, okay, so the time zone one is Texas because this was going to be box sets. Surface prop, not sure. Crate and barrel, so something, storage bin. Oh, here's some 90s ABC sitcom. Just, I don't think I have seen this then because it looks like it's going to be on our own, which I not only haven't seen, I haven't even heard of. Leave with no doubt. Assure. Telegraph pioneer or a description of four squares. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Who was the telegraph pioneer? Historians now are going to be yelling at me because, sorry, don't know. Like someone who experienced little to no. Sure. My specialty, is that going to be a Pinot? We'll see if that holds up. Hide. Okay, so 98 down. What is that novel adapted as an award-winning film? I'm not sure. I'll have to come back to that. Tie the knots. No, fit with equal angles. Isogon fits, but I'm not positive. Transfer supporters to induct athletes. Not sure. V8. Okay, so okay, yeah, it's gonna be juice. It looks like what beet juice. There we go. Peanut collection would be a bid then, and au contraire, I disagree. Oh, so the MLB shortstop was Miguel Rojas. There you go, sports fans. I still don't know which Smith show this is. Pristine, spotless. There we go. Scarce. Something between. Not sure exactly what. Wager. Make a bet. Okay. New Balance then, is this A6? Probably, hopefully. Emergency alerts then would be APBs. What strong leadership may be perceived as brashness? I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. City. Okay, that is going to be Oslo. Yeah, this one. Hide. Oh, hide is skin. So Satsi. I gotta check because is that a movie? It's a 2005 film and a novel by Ethel Fugard. Crime thriller. Interesting. Okay, that's our learning for the day, kids. That's the 2005 Academy Award winning film, Ethel Fugard novel. Never knew it. So maybe I'll check it out. Airport near Puget Sound then would be SeaTac. Like onagers and zebras. Oh, did I make a mistake here somewhere? Because that looks weird. Where you might put on a show. Oh, yeah, HSN is wrong. Okay, because this is going to be TV room. So HSN is going to be QVC instead. That's the other one I couldn't think of. So then air freshener, okay, would be scents. And then, what did we do here? Onagers and zebras would be equine. Okay, grumpy mood, probably snits. Does that? Yeah, it makes sense then. Oh, Western Union, of course, was the telegraph pioneer. I'm thinking they're looking for a person. No, it was the company Western Union, of course. So, what that means for those 4 cells, Western Union, how does that? EREHAK? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Life of a showgirl, then is that just era? And then someone who experiences little to no amorous and sexual attraction. Oh, the other. Okay. Is this a romance? No. Or is that actually a word and I'm learning something else? Aroace is a term for individuals who are both aromantic and asexual. We're learning tons here today, kids. Holy shit. All right. What else do we have left? Oh, popular Japanese beer. Maybe Asahi, but I'm not positive. Utah. Okay, so now this is going to be the UT with whatever goes down and 3 down. Bet from Bet, not sure. Don't see this movie. 1 star. Okay. This was Street after all. Elevated seabed, the shelf. Philippa, still don't know. And Traveler's okay, so it didn't have to do with the TSA after all. It had to do with traveling in basketball. So an NBA ref checks travelers. Put your wallet away. Oh, okay, so it's on. Oh, so this is interesting. It's on me. So is it that cell instead of that one? Yeah, it is. This is just an E then. Okay. And then this is no returns. Was that what it was? So this is NM or OR. Yeah, I'm still not sure how these 4 cells work out. Put your wallet away. It's on me. Circus prop stilt. Oh, so 80 down. What strong leadership may be perceived as bossiness. There we go. Oh, so Philippa Sue of the original Hamilton cast. There you go, theater goers. Asaki. Does that make... say, okay, tie the knot would be say I do. So then stands for supporters. Yeah, I'm not sure what distinguishes that. But I'm pretty sure that's Asahi. Chance for supporters to induct athletes. Well, I think this is the breaking point, kids, because I am not entirely sure how to fit those together. So we're going to have to do a check here. Yeah, no streaks. Don't worry about that. So most, So this Rebusol is okay, but what is wrong with this one? I'm not a kid anymore. Enough. Oh, it must be then enough is enough. So it's not just H-A-K, it's H-I-A-K. Oh, so is that the Western Union? Like this is Hawaii, Alaska. This is what, New Mexico, Oregon. So this would be Utah. Yeah, so these are state abbreviations, I suppose. So what is wrong with this one? Far between few and that's not locale, it's no-cal. Okay. So then this, and that is just UT both ways then? Is that the... No. This is NV going. This is fan votes. All right. Little tricky at the end there, kids, but we made it ultimately. Sunday crossword. And you see that we're about the same time as yesterday. So the Saturday ones are really weird. The Sunday ones usually are relatively doable if you can get around that little trick like they had with the Rebuses today. So there you go. All the New York Times games, not all of them. Sorry, we don't do the three of them, but all the ones that we do daily, all done. Come back in a few hours and I'll be streaming some more Outer Worlds 2 probably. See you then.